Let's start this week's wildlife vlog by checking in with a familiar face. The free food we often throw away makes trash cans a magnet for hungry animals. As I watched, this guy proceeded to extract fries, one by one, from the bottom of the trash can. It turns out mankind's wasteful habits have created a perfect environment for gray squirrels to feed and breed. You could almost think of them as nature's custodians, as long as the trash they're cleaning up is edible. Of course, birds also need to eat. The warming weather signals that it's almost time for mating season. The calls they make serve several functions, including finding mates and establishing their territory. Of course, such a frenzied amount of activity builds up a healthy appetite. One of the main staples of a bird's diet are grubs. Grub is a catch-all term used to describe a variety of different bug babies. The most well-known grubs are caterpillars, the juvenile form of butterflies and moths, but there's all sorts of other types of grubs that turn into many different types of adult insects, ranging from beetles to certain flying insects. These insect babies can range in size from a few millimeters to several inches. No matter their size, all tend to go through a stage of metamorphosis, where they create a hard outer coating so that they can change into their adult form. This hardened coating is often called a chrysalis or cocoon. To find another common type of grub, all you have to do is examine the side of the road. In the span of 1 week, our unfortunate feline friend has undergone a dramatic change. This rotting flesh now serves as a nursery for these insect babies. Maggots are the juvenile stage in the fly life cycle. Many different flies have been attracted to this rotting meat, so there are obviously many different types of maggots, showing a noticeable diversity in size. I'm sure many of you feel a bit unclean after learning about these meat-eating caterpillars, so let's wash off by taking a look at the underwater microscopic world of my flooded flower pot. This water has been sitting here for so long that algal spores have been deposited from the air and germinated, forming filamentous tangles inside this flower pot. There's also plenty of rotten fruit knocked into the pot during heavy fall and winter storms. This detritus is a great place for fungus to grow. This is also a great location for huge schools of microorganisms to congregate. Organisms may be free-living ciliates, but there's also another possibility. Plenty of aquatic organisms, like the fungi and algae I spotted in this flower pot, create huge schools of motile sperm. These are released into the environment to find and fertilize eggs so that they can start the next generation. Just something for you to think about as you take your next sip of water. That's about it for this week. If you liked my work here, you should check out my Instagram, where I have all sorts of cool wildlife pictures. See you guys